My name is Brandy Yanchik. I am a filmmaker who's here. I've been invited for the Salt Spring Island Film Festival because my film Nature's Invitation was chosen to be in the film. This film is about Canada's quest to get new immigrants in touch with nature, and it also explores the consequences of a life devoid of nature. I'm the writer, director, producer of this film, and it was really my baby in the sense that it took over my life for 2 years. And the idea came from the fact that I had never really had these iconic Canadian experiences out in nature. I grew up in the suburbs in Ontario, and I wanted to learn how to camp and have these experiences because I moved to Alberta, and I went online and Googled learn to camp programs, how to take lessons on literally going out in the wilderness because I was frightened to do this on my own. And I found out that these programs were being offered by the national and provincial parks for new immigrants. And I actually make films about new immigrants, so this was the perfect situation for me to pitch to do a documentary following new immigrants as they went on these Learn to Camp programs in the summertime. So we went to lots of national and provincial parks and camped with the new immigrants, heard about their life stories, about where they came from, what their experiences were like in nature before they came here, and really what it means to them now to be here in Canada and what the connection to the land means. Now, a lot of new immigrants, they don't go out camping, they don't go out in the wilderness because there's obstacles in their way, like money. When they first get here, they may not have it, to go out and get to the parks. Transportation is an issue if they don't have a car. Lack of knowledge of actually knowing what happens at the national and provincial parks are an issue, because if they can't speak or read English and all the signs are in English, it's a major problem. There's also the fear for some people of actually sleeping in tents, because if they lived in a refugee camp and they lived in a tent, spending the weekend in a tent may not be an ideal situation for them. So this really gave new immigrants a different way to look at the wilderness. Some of them were also scared about the animals and being out, in the forest, because maybe where they came from, it wasn't safe to be out in the forest because of the animals, but also people that could attack you and that kind of thing. So this was a real, relearning process for them. But also as a filmmaker and for the audience, you also get to learn about what their experiences were like in nature before they came to Canada, these new immigrants, and what they can teach us about the environment, because of course they have had their own experiences. Some of them have, like if they're from Eritrea and they were part of the army, they would have slept underneath trees and had more of a real outback country experience than we could have ever imagined. And my other film that I have, which was not part of the festival, is about new immigrants, and it was based in Brooks, Alberta. It's called Brooks, the City of 100 Hellos, and it looks at new immigrants and how they all moved to Brooks, Alberta to work at the local meatpacking plant, and how that small cowboy town dealt with the influx of new immigrants that really changed their city in a very short period of time. So new immigrants are really where my focus is and what I really love to tell stories about, because they have fascinating stories from before they came to Canada and also their journey here when they are becoming Canadian, learning about our culture, also integrating and teaching us about their cultures. I find it very fascinating, and we are really a country built on immigration. I'm so happy to be here at the Salt Spring Island Film Festival. I'm fascinated by the questions that people are asking the filmmakers afterwards, and just how into the topics people are. It's really wonderful. I've been to a lot of film festivals, but this one is just, the dialogue afterwards is very impressive. People really seem to care about the issues, and just looking at all the other films, I'm just so pleased and honored to be here. So thank you very much. If you want to find out any more about me, you can go to my website, which is brandyproductions.com, BRANDYY productions with an S.com. Thank you very much.
Hi there, my name's Todd McGowan, here over from Vancouver with a film On the Line that I made with my friend Frank Wolf. It's a documentary film about the proposed Northern Gateway Enbridge pipeline that they want to put from Bruderheim, Alberta, all the way across British Columbia to Kitimat, and then bring super tankers up and down through the Douglas Channel to transport the bitumen over to China. It's about 68 minutes, and it's had a great reception here. This is a phenomenal film festival. It has a great community feel, and it's been a pleasure to come over and show the film, and really intellectual conversations based around it, and it's been a great time.
Hi, I'm Richard Boyce. I'm the director and producer of Rainforest, The Limit of Splendor, and I'm here at the fabulous Salt Spring Island Film Festival. I'm really happy to be here because it's kind of like my home backyard. I'm from Vancouver Island, And the film Rainforest is about the west coast of the island, the ancient rainforest. And I climb up into the canopy and show you just what it's like up there with these incredible aerial gardens and places that nobody's ever seen really before. And I worked with an elder of the Kwakwayakwa First Nation, and he sort of leads me through the journey to go back to the ancient rainforest and look at it from a perspective of what's only very little left. And so my journey takes me through the landscape that is there today, all the logging and everything. I get a really first-hand look at industrial logging, and you get to experience an incredible place called Plashkish, which is one of these tiny little pockets of rainforest that's still alive today, incredibly pristine. So yeah, this festival is great. It generates a lot of inspiration, and just being here and having people come up to me and approach me, and of course buy my little DVD, which is recycled cardboard. You can have an envelope that's not too toxic to the environment, and yeah, festivals like this keep me alive. I'm still working. I'm working on a next project, which is coastaltarsands.ca. You can check it out online, and it'll be a series of episodes of mini docs about 10 minutes long about the Northern Enbridge pipeline and Enbridge's idea. They're going to bring super tankers to our coast and bring all this tar sands oil from northern Alberta to China. And I'm going to show you that environment, the coastal environment that's at stake. So yeah, stay tuned, and thanks for tuning in. Bye.
Yeah, I'm Imtiaz Puppet. I'm the producer for Stolen Memories, and here at the Salt Spring Island Documentary Film Festival. Really happy to be here. Great films are being shown here, and really happy to have our film, especially here because it's a story about Japanese internment. And Salt Spring has its own story and history of Japanese internment. So it was really good to make that connection about what happened in the mainland in terms of what happened to Japanese as part of this photo album that was found in a garage sale. And then we went looking for the family that belonged to it. So I'm really happy and great that the audience liked the film and connected with the film, and also connected to the history of Salt Spring. It's a great festival. I was really happy to be here.